We usually think about fancy skincare products when we're talking anti-aging, but making a few simple outfit tweaks can really help us look and feel so much younger. So if you'd like to turn back time and look a little younger, then I'm sure you'll love these simple fashion tips. My first tip is to get in shape. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about losing weight, I'm not talking about dieting and exercising. What I am talking about is making sure that you have shape in the items of clothing that you choose to wear. Often I find when women get older, we tend to dress in slightly oversized, more boxy shapes. And while this can be comfortable, it often makes us look larger than we are, boxier, matronly, and ultimately older than our years. To avoid this, I think it's really important to opt for pieces that do have a little bit of shape to them. So instead of an oversized, boxy boyfriend style blazer, you would opt for one that's just a little bit nipped in at the waist and that it actually just has some shaping to it. And it's about just making some easy swaps. So things like ditching your baggy mum jeans and just choosing something that doesn't have to be super skinny, but just a little bit more of a straight leg. And then perhaps swapping out a shift dress, which is very straight up and down and doesn't give you any shape. Perhaps swap that out for a slip dress, which usually these are cut on the bias. They do have a little bit of shape, but not too much. So it's all about making sure that you choose pieces that give you a little bit of shape, instead of always trying to hide and cover up in baggy, oversized clothing, because this will ultimately just make you look older than your years. The other thing you can do to really make your outfits and your appearance more youthful is to simplify your accessories. Again, as we get older, there is a temptation to use big statement pieces of jewelry to draw our eye away from certain body types that we want to either minimize or detract from. But minimal, simplified jewelry is always going to make you look far more youthful, more polished, and more put together. I think my generation has this real affinity to chunky jewelry and wearing lots of it, like lots of layered bracelets and layered necklaces, but I think it really does age you. So my recommendation is to opt for minimal, fine-ish jewelry if you really do want to look a little bit more youthful. Timeless, simple accessories are always the best in my mind, and at this point it makes so much sense for me to jump in and just say a big thank you to the team at Vincero for sponsoring today's video. I've worked with Vincero a lot in the past. You guys know how much I love their watches. Now, why they're partnering with me today is so that I can share with you the message that Vincero is turning 6 this month. Yes, they are 6 years old, and they are having a fantastic 6-year anniversary sale where you can save up to 30% off your purchases. So I will leave a link to Vincero in the description box below so you can go down and check them out. But Vincero have amazing quality watches which you've seen on my channel before, and they don't cut corners. They're ethically produced and they are gorgeous, timeless quality. So they will stand the test of time. They're classic and hard wearing and really beautiful. So if you would like to purchase a classic, beautiful timepiece, then I'll leave a link to Vincero in the description box below and you can go and check out their huge anniversary sale. It's the biggest sale these guys have ever had, so you don't want to miss out on it. My next tip for looking more youthful is to ditch those hard waistbands that essentially, if you are carrying a little bit more weight around your middle, and let's face it, most of us do as we hit 40 and beyond, you end up getting that sort of muffin top. It's uncomfortable, it's not flattering, and it's definitely not youthful. But there are other options that look very cool and will make you look younger than your years. There are so many options out there, and not only are they comfortable, but they are really modern as well. A lot of these type of pants that do have a stretchy waistband, and I'm not just talking about a boring elasticated waistband, these are really beautifully tailored but comfortable and well cut pants. They're usually quite tapered. Some of them have some nice drapey detailing around the front, which is also really flattering. But I would suggest swapping out some of your structured waistbands with a pant that is more forgiving, more comfortable, but still very stylish and youthful. Footwear is probably the #1 giveaway of age, and for this reason I think it's really important to do a little bit of homework before you purchase a new pair of shoes. I think the key with footwear is to be a little more minimal and a little bit more pared back. And don't steer away from heels, but perhaps swap out a simple pump with a wedge, which will still give you the heel, the height, it will lengthen your leg, but it will be far more comfortable. I think it's really important as you get older that the shoes you choose, they accentuate an outfit and accentuate a look. They are not the look. They're not the #1 focus of an outfit. So again, it's about pulling them back a little bit, being a little bit more minimal, and yes, opting for hardware and detail and color, but just not anything way too crazy. The other way to look a little bit more youthful is to brighten up your color palette. And I think often as we get older, we tend to opt for blacks, navies, and neutrals. And don't get me wrong, these are always really good options. But I think sometimes these darker shades can make you look quite conservative, quite formal, quite serious. All things that as you get older will make you actually look older as well. So I think turning that on its head and actually injecting some color into your wardrobe is a really simple way of just adding some interest, some vibrancy, and a youthful look. So if you are nervous about injecting some color into your outfits, then perhaps look at doing it with accessories, whether you add a scarf, which gives you a little bit more freshness and adds a little bit of brightness around your face. That's always a really easy way of doing it. Or using shoes or handbags or backpacks or whatever it may be, just accessorize to add a little bit more color and a little bit more vibrancy to your look. My final tip is to update your eyewear, and that is your glasses, your spectacles, whether they're for reading or long distance, and also your sunglasses. Your eyewear is an obvious telltale sign, and it can really age you, but it is a really simple way of just updating your look, especially if you wear glasses all day, every day. So if you're not sure of what eyewear to look at and how to update your eyewear, then whip online, check out Pinterest, have a look and see what some of the common trends are. At the moment, eyewear is a little larger, and I think as we get older, we do run the risk of getting into small spectacles, which are very aging. Now, I'm not suggesting that we wear oversized glasses either. There is a middle ground there, but what I am saying is that eyewear can really make you look older or younger than your years. So it's a really simple way of looking more youthful without having to do too much at all. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to hear from you what your tip is for looking more youthful. Please let me know in the comments below, but if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.